Hi, hello. I am the Queen of Daggers and I hold the cards. Okay, so, my dear Cancerians. Oh, my lovely Cancerians. Okay. So, this is a general reading for the week for all of you. So, take what resonates, leave the rest. Roles can be reversed. Remember, nothing is gendered, etc., etc. If this does resonate with you, please feel free to give it a like. I would appreciate that. You can also subscribe and hit the little bell so you are the first to know when I am yelled at by the magic cardboard for you, and then I find a way to decode it and tell you what's going on. Good times. So, you can also leave a comment, let me know how you're doing, what your favorite snack is, maybe. Just say hi and hello back if you would like. And if this doesn't resonate, you can also still do that. I mean, no one's saying you can't, I'm just putting that out there. And without further ado, well, actually, you know what? I do just want to say that somehow the first, 5 signs I did, I needed a million clarifiers, and since then, just all of you have been so streamlined. Thank you for remaining streamlined thus far. Alrighty. So I like to start with the Lenormand for context on what we're working with, make this bit a little easier, and give you kind of more of an idea of how your week's gonna go. So we're starting with Mountain. You're gonna have a lot of blockages this week. And then we have Cross. So you're really gonna feel a little trapped, I think, in a situation, very blocked. And with Clouds, it's gonna, the way out is going to be a bit obscured. It might take you a hot minute to figure out how to handle this. But then we have Clover, which is luck, which is very good luck. So at the end of the tunnel here, it's all gonna be Gucci. Now let's get to over here, and we'll figure out why. So, we started the Queen of Swords. You are on your throne. You are in your power, looking good, smelling good, feeling good, etc., etc. Everything's Gucci for you. You are not dealing with any crap. You're about it. Now, with the Page of Cups, either someone is coming in to offer you their emotions, their cup, and I think you're going to take it. I do. I think you're going to take it, or you're offering it to someone else. But given they're facing each other, I do think someone's going to offer you something, whether it's a friend, a lover, a family member, etc. Okay, cool. Now, will you? Thank you. And now, right here, we have what seems to be like a victory, at first anyway, but also we have these figures walking away with the Five of Swords. So, as soon as you feel like you have a victory with this person, it kind of seems to almost fall apart with all of these swords dropping and people walking away. And then, that brings in this sense of being alone. But with the Eight of Cups, you don't want to walk away. You really don't want to walk away. You don't want to leave this behind. You really wanted this to work, and here you are in this Ten of Swords energy, just stabbed in the back in every possible way, just 10 swords in there. But the great thing about the Ten of Swords is that it cannot get any worse. It can't. There is no more room in your back for a sword to fit, and I feel like after the first 10, the 11th isn't going to really matter that much. But now with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, it feels like you've lost everything. Everything. And with the Two of Cups sideways, I don't think you feel comfortable trusting anyone for a while. You really, your trust is just not there. Or you feel like there's really no way to get back with whatever's going on here. You don't know how you would do that. But it seems like with the Three of Wands, you're going on a new journey. I think you're not going to deal with this anymore. And I think that's why it's sideways. You don't trust it, you don't want it, you don't think you need it, you're out. As much as you wanted it to work, and as much as it hurt, and as much as you feel like you lost everything because of it, as much as it feels like a blockage, like it was trapping you in this pain, and you feel like you've been, lied to, the wool's been pulled over your eyes, you don't care. You have a new journey, you have luck on your side, that it's over. It's done. For a Cancer, you're actually getting over this pretty quickly, so congrats to you. And you're gonna go into hermit mode for a while. You're gonna decide you want to know what it's like to be alone, to focus on yourself, on your wisdom, to light your own path, to walk on your own. Like, you've picked up your walking stick and you're going for it. You don't need anything. And then because of that, because you've made this decision, you're able to celebrate again. And I think this is celebrating with friends. You have the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Cups, and those are both celebratory cards. So I think you're realizing, like, your emotions can be poured in other directions, can be poured with the other people close to you. Like, you can trust people. I don't recommend trusting that person again, but you can trust, and you're realizing who you can trust and, what you can trust them with. Like, your resources. You've decided, with all of these people, with the people around you, with the friends who have come to be there for you while you were dealing with all of this, you're safe with them. Your heart is safe with them. Everything is safe with them. And this brings you strength. It's in the name of the card. And, if you look, this figure is hanging out with their trusty lion, and I think that represents the friends who were always there for you, the people that you can, in fact, trust, and, the ones who will fight for your happiness, and fight whoever this is in their head. These are the people who will say, okay, so who do I have to fight, in a Facebook comment or something. However this applies to your unique situation, again. And here I think you're working on sort of a balancing act with the Two of Pentacles. You're learning how to be with yourself while also trusting your friends. Now, this can also be some kind of decision where you're not quite sure which one to make, but I really am getting the vibe that you're learning to balance being alone with trusting your friends, and in a very good way, because you're very lucky to have these people will not lie to you like that. And you're realizing this, and you're realizing how lucky you are to have these people in your life. So, we're going to look at the bottom of the deck. This is going by pretty quick, actually. This might be one of the quickest readings I do tonight, because it's so very, just very clear to me. You get the Page of Swords. This is someone offering something. It's very solid. It's just straight up facts. It's knowledge, okay? And you know what? I think this is you. I think this is you realizing, the facts. What are the facts, Jack? You're figuring out, what's true and what's true for you. And it's that you need to rest. You need to be alone for a while. You can't rely on this love, so to speak, to fulfill you. Like, you need to rest. You need to be alone. You need to go into hermit mode. You need to understand how to fill your own cup. And you know what? You're going to understand. It might not be right away, but all of this just brought you so much burden that you did not need. And it felt like such a big defeat. Like, you were not cheering. You don't think you picked the right wand, and it does not seem like you do. But now, on your own journey, you are picking up that right wand. So you're done. You're really done. And with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, like, it hurts. You still feel like you've lost so much. I mean, you're still in this energy of mourning that as much as you're taking that time to be alone, you do still have to process what's going on. I apologize, that is my radiator. It makes squealy noises, but it keeps me warm, and that's all that matters. So you're still gonna be processing the fact that you lost so much from this person. And you know what? I think you're still going to be glad that they're out of your life because they were a thief, okay? They stole your heart, they stole your resources, they just depleted you, they took what they wanted and they ran. And you don't need that in your life anymore, and you know that. And this is what makes me think this is what makes me know you really know that. You have this thought, this idea, this inspiration, that you don't need them. You don't need that kind of thievery. You don't need that underhanded, trapping feeling anymore. You don't need people like that in your life. And you're ready to get rid of them. You're on your horse and you're out. You're just out. You have your pentacle. And you know what? You're going to keep your pentacle. You don't need to give your pentacle to anyone else right now. You don't need to give your resources to anyone else. And you're not going to. You don't feel like it. It's not... You know you don't have to anymore. You can do this on your own. You can keep your pentacle to yourself. You don't have to feel like you're losing them all over again to someone you thought you could trust. Okay? And the moon, it's like there's still some illusions. You still want these things to be good. Like it's still hard to walk away. I mean, you know you have to walk away. You went through so much with them. But you know, you're learning to be in hermit mode. Excuse me. You're learning to have that inner strength. And you know, that's the only way you're really going to get through these illusions. And honestly, I think that illusion is more you're trying to see through that pain that you went through. You're trying to start using your head to heal your heart, and you're recognizing like what you went through and why, because it still seems a little cloudy. Like, why would this person do that? Why would this person do that? That's going through your head while you're trying to heal, and that's valid. That's real. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with feeling like that. And we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. Now, swords are facts, knowledge, and I think that you're done sharing the kind of things you shared with this person, with other people right now. You are working on your own inner knowledge. You're focusing on yourself. You don't need to give away all of that to someone else. They don't need to know your deepest, darkest secrets. You don't need to find a person, give them your cup, give them this knowledge. You don't need someone who's gonna just take your stuff and leave. You don't need someone who's just a Seven of Swords here to take everything from you and dip. You're done with that. You're learning, you're processing. And this is bringing you to the King of Pentacles energy, where, you know, you have your resources and not all is lost. You realize not all is lost. You have your own kingdom. You can rule. You don't need anyone to be by your side, okay? You are the king. You have your pentacle in hand, and you don't need to give it to anyone else because you can rule your kingdom alone. You don't need a queen. And now remember, this is not gendered. This does not mean you are a man or a masculine figure. You can be, you can identify somewhere on the feminine scale, or you can be non-binary like I am. It doesn't matter. Tarot is not gendered. I just want to make that very clear. And you know what? You're in this magician energy. You are taking all of your resources and you're keeping them and you're using them for your own benefit. You are learning what it means to rely on yourself, what it means to heal, and what it means to have that inner strength to not need people in the way you thought you needed this person. Like, yes, you do care about your friends deeply, and yes, you know, you needed them around to help in this process of healing, but you don't need them in the way you thought you needed this person. You don't need that anymore. You don't need someone to feed you these ideas, feed you these facts, fill your cups, whatever. You have your own cup, you have your own sword, you have your own wand, you have your own pentacle. You are independent as hell, and you want to stay that way, alright? You are the magician. You make your life magical. Nobody else needs to do that. But with the King of Swords, you know, you kind of falter on that thought here and there. It's a little rough. I mean, somebody came in and fed you a bunch of illusions, and it's kind of hard to know what's real and what's not, and I think that's part of why you need to be in hermit mode, because you don't need some whack-ass King of Swords coming in, messing up your life again. And you know what all this brings you to? The Wheel of Fortune. Spinning in your favor. Isn't that funny? With luck. So, maybe pick up a lottery ticket. Because I think you're doing damn well by yourself. You really don't need anyone. You are strong. You are independent. You have that strength. You can get out of this energy. You can get out of this energy. You can trust your friends. You don't need to feel like all is lost. You can start this new path, okay? You can learn what's important to you while also understanding that, you can rely on your friends, just not in the way that you thought you could rely on this person. You're realizing that you can walk away and that you don't have to feel like this forever. I think that's important. I think that's very important. And you know what? This Wheel of Fortune is good karma for you and bad karma for them. Ouch. I would hate to be them right now. Maybe it's Leo. Their reading was painful. Huh. So, if you got any cross-watchers in here trying to see how you're doing, don't mess with Cancer, because they don't need you. And they're gonna find that out pretty damn quick. So, that's what I have for you this week, this beautiful Monday. Cancer. I should be seeing you again on Wednesday, hopefully, especially if this resonated. Again, hit the like button, drop a comment, tell me how you're doing, what's your favorite snack, tell me how fulfilling it is to know that all you need is yourself and, your friends or family, the people that you can trust, without relying on for, everything to fill your cup, to whatever, you know what I mean? And please, please, please do hit the little subscribe button. I always point in the wrong direction. And the little bell, so you are the first to know what the magic cardboard yells at me and how I interpret it to tell you in a nicer way. I would like it very much if you would come back here to hang out and to chit-chat. It's a good time here, but yes, that's all I have for you. Wow, this video is a little shorter than everyone else's because you were very straightforward. This was a pretty easy read, and I'm very proud of you for figuring all of this out and learning that you can be alone and happy doing that, You are an independent Cancer, and you don't need anyone fucking up your life. And I love that for you. I absolutely love that for you. So, like I said, I hope to see you again. Even if any of this didn't resonate, you can still like, comment, subscribe, or share it to any Cancers you know who need to hear this. And now that's all I have for you. Okay, guys. Bye!